Good evening, it's Monday night once again. Start of another week, time to go wild once again. Here we go again, yet another week, and it's been a busy one in the world of ice hockey, particularly in the Widnes and Halton area. Good evening, Doug.
Good evening, Cole. How are you?
I'm keeping well. I see Paula's keeping an eye on proceedings this evening as usual.
Yeah, she's had a busy weekend, man.
Yes, I think we all have. Well, I think, to be honest, Saturday morning was a pretty busy time for a number of the Wild. Actually, I've just realised I haven't queued things up, so we're going to have to go into a song before we do other things first. But yeah, we had shop openings, we had rec games, haven't we? And, we've also had an under-11s tournament going on, so we're going to have plenty to be discussing over the next hour. Yeah. So, well, we're going to start off, he says, not being fully prepared. Here we go, with a little bit of Black Eyed Peas. Sorry about this, not wonderful organised chaos this evening, but hey, we'll get through with a bit of Pump It. Oh, an abrupt ending to that one. I don't know what happened there. Almost caught me off guard. Sorry about that. We've had a wonderful start to tonight's Time to Go Wild. Of course, this is the Time to Go Wild radio show here on Halton Community Radio 92.3 FM. We are live on the Hindernet on www.hcr923fm.com and on the TuneIn app. So you can catch us on Facebook, facebook.com/TTGW Radio, and also twitter.com/TTGW Radio. You can also send us email, which people have been, radio@widneswild.co.uk, and the phone line. Hopefully we'll spot it if the light starts flashing. 01928 835 291. So I hope you're going to stick around between now and 8 o'clock. Oh boy, we had such a wonderfully stalled. I didn't obey the 6 Ps. If you're not sure what they are, look them up. It's about preparation. Things did not go to plan to start the show, but we're here. We're live, aren't we, Doug?
We are.
And this weekend was a very, very busy weekend for many things to do with Widnes hockey, the Wild. And
it was, wasn't it? Well, there was a shop opening.
There was. And yes, the Priory Church were reopening their charity shop at Albert Square in Widnes, and a number of players were there. We had
Greg Buxton,
Danny Bullock,
and everyone's favourite, Pucker the Penguin.
Yes. So while we were there, I managed to catch up with a couple of people, including Sean Smith, their pastor, and this is what he had to say. So it's Time to Go Wild Radio. We're here at the reopening of the Foundry Shop in Widnes.
Hi, I'm Sean Smith. I'm one of the pastors of the Foundry Church over on Lugsdale Road. We've been here in Albert Square for a number of years now. But we appointed a new shop manager in February who's 24, and she's looking to bring a new thing to the high street, especially within the Foundry shop. So we have allowed her to given her some money to go and redesign what a charity shop should look like, and she's come up with some great innovative ideas, and the shop looks great. We are seeking to establish a good quality charity shop here with great service and just a great place for people to come in and get some great bargains, but also be listened to. We do craft classes, all kinds of different things here at the Foundry Shop.
And you asked members of the Widnes Wild to come along to open the shop today. What made you choose members of the RTL Widnes Wild?
We wanted somebody, a local celebrity, somebody who really believes in Widnes and is trying to transform the image of Widnes. And obviously Widnes Wild are playing a massive part of that in engaging in community, bringing sport, health, education into the community. So we really wanted to partner with them this morning to, just to bring in a sense of fun, a sense of community spirit, and a real sense of partnership.
Oh, thank you for your time. Best of luck with the future of the Foundry Shop.
Thank you.
So that was Sean Smith, the pastor, and cutting the ribbon, of course, we had our very own Pucker the Penguin, which was quite amusing watching him use the scissors. And we managed to catch up with Pucker's spokesman, Barry Sprakes. Time to Go Wild Radio. We're here at the opening of the Foundry Shop in Widnes with Barry Spriggs, who's a rec hockey player at Widnes, and also Puck of the Penguin spokesman. Hi, Barry.
Hiya.
So how was it to be invited to come to the opening of the Foundry shop?
It was great, to be honest. As a whole, I'm a Widnes born and bred person myself anyway. So to see something new coming into the town is absolutely brilliant. To do with the Foundry charity.
And of course, Pucker's a big favourite with the kids, and we could see Pucker getting high fives. How did he take it?
As far as I know, he took off pretty quick and gone back to skate tired, as far as I can see. But yeah, he was enjoying himself, getting the kids involved, as he does.
Are you looking forward to the season to come, as well as the rest of the rec hockey?
Yeah, I mean, rec hockey wise, we're playing game each, me and our other netminder. As for the wild season, I can't wait for that. I'm already got the jitters for that.
Well, thanks for coming. Take care, and we'll catch you soon.
No problem. See you later.
Thanks, Barry. So that was our very own Barry Spriggs, and Pucker's spokesman. And Pucker had a very, very busy day, did he not?
Because in the afternoon he turned up to do the presentations at the Under-11s tournament that had been organised by the ITL Widnes Wild's very own community person, Mikey Gilbert.
And this is what he had to say at the end of the tournament.
Here we are at Silver Lace Widnes at the conclusion of the Under-11s tournament. How do you think it went, Mikey?
I think it went really well. It ran really smoothly. All the kids played really well. They all got ice time. They all seemed to really enjoy it. I think it went well. Yeah, good.
And will you be doing another one soon?
Yeah, hopefully we'll be doing another one. We'll try and organise one with a couple of other teams. Should be good. Maybe a different age group as well.
Yeah. Well, from the fans' point of view, it's really interesting to see the stars of the future.
Yeah, it was. It's good to see all the stars of the future play, just really enjoy themselves. That's all you want at this stage. At this age, you want them to see them playing ice hockey, playing the sport they love, and just enjoying it.
Yeah, and I believe you've signed for the Widnes Wild this season.
Yeah, I have. I'm looking forward to this season. It should be a really good season, an exciting one as well. I'm looking forward to playing with some new players.
And a nice ring.
Looking forward to hopefully winning some silverware as well.
Yeah. Cheers.
So that was Mikey there, and lo and behold, Mikey is here with us in the studio this evening. Good evening, Mikey.
Good evening, Colin.
It's good to have you with us. So after the dust settled from Sunday night, how do you think it all went all in all that Under-11s tournament?
Yeah, really good, really good. I've had loads of really good feedback from all the coaches of the other teams, all the managers, saying it was really organised, and it ran really smoothly.
So sort of as our junior development and sort of, community liaison as well, aren't you? You're doing some work to help with that side of things. I mean, how long did it take to sort of organise a tournament of that nature?
Well, we first started thinking about doing a tournament about 2 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, and then it was all guns blazing. Then we started organising the tournament, getting everything set up, asking teams, and everything, just organising the tournament. And
the tournament format, it was slightly different to what most people would expect. Describe how the rink was set up and how the tournament was set up for the kids to play.
Yeah, so we played 2 cross-ice games at once. So we had the rink plastic barrier boards separating down the middle along the blue lines, so we could play 2 separate games at once, and then each team would play each other twice on either side of the rink, just to keep it all fair, and just to keep all the teams rolling. There were 15-minute games.
Actually, I mean, I was involved there. I was doing a bit of announcing and playing a little bit of music between games as well, just to keep it a bit of atmosphere going. And all the volunteers were really good. And to be honest, from being a helper on the day, I thought the event went really, really smoothly, and they kept to time really well. I mean, we had 4 teams. The team featured were, of course, Widnes' Academy. We had D-Sides Juniors, Under-11s, the Storm Academy, formerly Trafford Tornadoes.
Yeah, now the Storm Academy.
And another mixed team of Under-11s. Now, what was that team mix from? Is it just a case of extra players, and where did they come from?
Yeah, so we got 4 players from D-Side, 2 players from Blackburn, and 2 players from Trafford, because unfortunately Blackburn had a couple of players drop out last minute, so they couldn't bring their full squad, so they sent as many as they could, and then they had to get a couple of players from the other teams to for a makeshift team so we could have 4 teams.
Well, I mean, it all ran really smoothly, and everybody seemed to have fun. I mean, Doug, you bear witness, they were shattered, weren't they?
Oh, I think the children would be really shattered. They had basically, was it 6 games?
No, 12.
12 games.
And then
12 games. I were they were playing once.
Yeah.
12 games and they didn't stop. And to be fair, they all kept their heads and no one threw a hissy fit or anything like that.
No, everyone just played with a smile on the face.
Yeah,
Seemed to really enjoy it.
And the team that was the Dolly mixture team, if you like, the ones that had never played before, by the 4th or 5th game, they were actually gelling quite well.
Yeah, they gelled together quite well. And to be honest, I thought they played well in the first couple of games, and there was some good individual talent in that team also. So
yeah.
I mean, it just goes to prove, the more you play alongside, your fellow people, you get to feel how they play, and even at under 11s that, they're out there playing as a team, even if they don't know each other, and they get to feel where each one fits in. It shows the strength of these young players and what they have to offer to the game, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It just shows that ice hockey can bring kids that don't really know each other either together, and then they can start playing well together as well.
Yeah, I mean, 15 minutes. The clock was basically, in a normal hockey game, of course, you have a stoppage or a goal, the clock stops. But for this kind of tournament, it was just 15 minutes on the clock. Mm-hmm. Away you go, and players were, doing what was normally those people who don't have so familiar shifts. So they skate and rest and skate and rest, and everybody was all in, weren't they?
Yeah, they were all in every shift. I saw that the players they gave it their all, put all 100% effort in because they really wanted to win the trophy.
Yeah, I mean, some of the scores were actually very, very close, all in all. But I mean, just to round it off, I mean, the final, there was a sort of a 12-round robin games, and then a sort of a final just to sort of finalise off the standing, so to speak, with the under 11s mixed team coming in 4th, only just.
Yeah, only just.
Widnes in 3rd, D-side in 2nd, and the Storm Academy in 1st. But the actual league standings weren't actually a complete walk-off for one team. It was very, very well played and well structured, and everyone seemed to have a really good time.
Yeah. It wasn't as far apart as I thought it would be. The teams seemed to be quite close together, points-wise, but the Storm Academy did really well. They put in a performance in the tournament, and I think they did deserve to win that tournament. I
suppose a key thing just to put people a bit more in the picture, I mean, with we'll come a bit more to your personal background with your involvement in sports in a moment, but when it comes to teams playing together, I mean, the team from the Storm Academy, former Trafford Tornadoes, and a lot of them from the east side have been playing alongside each other for a couple of years, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. They've been playing together for a while. I used to coach at Trafford and play there myself, so I knew a few of the kids, and they've been playing with each other for quite a while now, so they've got a lot of time to gel, and they've just had loads of time to develop their abilities.
I mean, as for Widnes, a lot of it, they've just come together. There was a bit of a lull for last year in the way in which the junior development was going for one reason or another, and it's sort of building up again now. So
we're trying to get back on our feet now. We're bringing the Wild Academy forward and try and get back to our old days.
So I mean, naturally, if they need to get into, if anybody's interested in joining the academy, what do they need to do?
Well, they just need to go to the rink and try and get in touch with myself. We have trainings on every Tuesday night, 7 till 8:30. Obviously, you'd need some ice hockey experience to join the academy. However, we do run hockey excellence lessons at the ice rink. It's a 6-week course, and we take you through the fundamentals of all your ice hockey skills that you'll need to try and get onto the juniors. And then once you've passed that, then we allow you to join the Wild Academy if you'd like to, and then.
So it's a step by step basis. If you can't skate, just go along and ask someone at the rink, basically, isn't it?
Yeah. Just get around the rink, just get skating, and then we'll get you on the juniors.
So, well, time I think to give him a bit of a grilling, don't you, Doug?
Sorry?
Time to give Mikey a little bit of a grilling, I think, don't you? So,
who's going to kick off?
Well, we'll start with the usual one. tell the listeners a little bit about Mikey Gilbert. Who is he? Bit about what you've done before your current role, and then what your main role is now.
Well, I'm 19. I'm from Manchester. I've always played my ice hockey out of Altrincham. I played at the junior system there. I started when I was 11 and a half, playing for the Manchester Phoenix Juniors. And then I went through the junior system there, and then when I turned 16, I joined the Manchester Phoenix E&L team, which it was then, which are now the Aces, and I've been playing for them for 3 seasons.
So a man who's crossing the divide from Altrincham to come. Not the first player, I must admit, who's come from the Altrincham rink to Widnes Wild in the last few seasons. There's been a few players, haven't there? Yeah.
There's been a couple. I know when the Wild started up, Revers and Greaves from Altrincham actually played for Widnes.
That's Tom Revers and Joe Greaves, and they are kind of, we'll call it, frenemies? They have a way of, particularly Joe Greaves, when a lot of our guys see him, they get stuck in, we'll say.
Yeah, he is a physical player, and he's quite a character, but he's nice once you get to know him.
So he's another one of these guys that I know of who, on the ice, can be a complete nutter, but off the ice, he's actually as nice as pie.
Yeah, he is. He's a good laugh as well. He's a good laugh, Joe.
So, of course, you're now working at the Silver Blades ice rink in Widnes.
Yeah, I am.
What's your full role title?
My full role title is the Community Development Officer. So basically, my job is to get links with schools and companies and businesses around the area, and then do floorball sessions in the schools, get the kids knowing about ice hockey, educating them, and then hopefully they can come down to the rink, start skating, and then go through the stages of Hockey Excellence, Junior Academy, and then hopefully the Widnes Wild.
So if you've got a bit of a desire to get involved, Mikey's your guy. Get in touch with him, come and see him. You won't be able to miss him around the rink. He's recognisable, very good, big smile on his face all times. Well, let's see, what else? Let's have a quick look at the silly questions that we can ask him.
I've got a great question for Mike, actually.
Oh, come on then, Doug.
How many teams have you actually played for?
Senior teams, I've actually iced for the Storm, the Phoenix, Telford Tigers, the Aces / Minotaurs, and then obviously the juniors at Trafford, in 4 years. In my ice hockey career, which has been from 12 to 19.
And of course now you're joining Widnes Wild. How do you, in terms of what you've seen so far, you've been now you work and hang out at the Widnes rink a lot more.
Yeah.
In terms of the setup, are there any differences or things that you're looking forward to as the change in moving over to Widnes from Altrincham?
Coming over to Widnes, whenever I've played away games here, I've noticed there's the really strong fan base, and the fans really seem to get stuck into it. They get involved. The community in the rink as well. They've got quite a good close link with the players. They get involved with the team a lot, and help run the match night smoothly.
Yeah, well, I've got a question here from Carl Bungay. He's saying, how do you manage playing as well as coaching and other commitments? I mean, it must be a tricky one to put everything together.
Yeah, it is quite tricky, but I tend to separate it off. So when I'm coaching the juniors, I'll focus on coaching, see how they're developing, take them through the paces, and then whenever I'm playing or whenever I'm training on the team, I just try and focus on my own game, try and develop myself, and then obviously listen to the coach, go through the drills, and then obviously have fun with my teammates.
Well, on that note, we're going to take a little bit of a break. We've got our usual commercials to come up, and then we'll be right back here on Time to Go Radio on Halton Community Radio 92.3 FM. Okay, it's that time of the show again, where it's announcement time. They're getting very tetchy out there, I know that for this. Aren't they, Doug?
Oh, they are, yes.
I know a few people have been asking online about it, so should we keep the tension going a bit longer?
No, I think you should just
all right then, Doug.
Go in like a bulldozer like you normally do.
Oh yes, there's a clue for whose it is. It's a returnee. Come on, Doug. Put him out of their misery.
It's a returnee. He's a smashing lad. He puts in 150% all the time. It's your favourite of mine, number 10, Danny Bullock.
Good evening, Danny. Can you hear us?
I can, mate, yeah.
Oh, that's great. So, are you looking forward to coming back to the Widnes Wild for another season?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to get going again. Season starts September, so we're looking forward to getting back in training.
Well, we had you on the show a few weeks ago, but we couldn't reveal you then because of course, we're trying to keep the tension going. But, of course, you're back. Looking forward to it. How many seasons now is it you're on now for the Wild?
Sorry, say that again, Colin?
What season now will this be for you as a Wild player?
Oh, I just love playing for the team. There's nothing kind of better than putting the jersey on.
So it's big number 10 again, yet again for you.
Yeah, big number 10. Yeah, looking forward to it.
What's your target for this season?
Target? I'd like to do better than last season. I think I missed a few games due to a few work commitments. So I'm going to try and be there a bit more often and put some more goals up on the board, and obviously a few hits.
Yeah, I think you've got a few players who've already been announced. So have you ever played with Elvis before?
No, I've not. No, I've heard of him, but I've never actually played with him or met the guy. But no, I'm looking forward to getting going.
You ever played with Mikey?
Only on training. Only on training. He's always been on the opposite team, so that'll be a fun one.
I think Mikey's got a quick question for you.
Oh yeah.
How do you think we'll play together this year?
Oh yeah. I think the chemistry will be there. We're good mates on and off the ice, so we'll definitely. I'd hope to. I think we'll put some goals on the board.
Are you going to probably be protecting Mikey from some of the guys who play for the Aces? Because, of course,
well, yeah, I imagine that'll happen.
So it's going to be a fun season coming up. Anything else you're looking forward to in particular? Any particular fixtures or road trips you're going to be looking forward to when you're playing for the Wild?
Just looking forward to a few more games this season, especially. It's quite a big it's quite a big schedule this year, so all the more hockey the better.
Well, we'll let you get on for the rest of your evening. In the meantime, thanks to Danny for coming on the line. We're going to play a little bit of music now just to take a quick breather with a bit of Simple Minds. And don't you forget about me. So here we go into our little bit of a classified roundup and what's coming on over the past week and coming week here on Time to Go Wild Radio on Halton Community Radio 92.3 FM. We had a rec game on Saturday it was, Saturday the 8th of July, when our Riverside Raiders were up in Blackburn against the Blackburn Buccaneers, and what a result it was for the Raiders. Blackburn Buccaneers 1, Riverside Raiders double figures 10. So we also had the Under-11s tournament happening on Saturday afternoon, but of course it finished with the Storm Academy in first, D-side in second, Widnes Academy in third, and the Team Under-11s mixed team from Blackburn, D-side and Trafford in fourth. But to be honest, they were all winners. Okay, Doug, what's on, guide?
Before we go into the what's on, I think everyone who played, they all got a medal and they all came off the ice big smiles on the face, so it was done in the proper spirit of the game, really.
Yeah.
Right, up and coming fixtures we've got on Sunday at 16:30 the Widnes Wildcats against the Kingston Cobras in the Summer Cup. Next week, on the Saturday the 22nd, the Widnes Wildcats travel away to the Kingston Cobras in Hull, and on the 23rd the Widnes Wildcats are away to the Blackburn Falcons. The next game for the Riverside Raiders against the Blackburn Buccaneers is on Sunday the 23rd of July. That faces off at 16:30. And the following week, on Sunday the 30th of July at 16:30, the Widnes Wildcats, who seem to have been having a very busy month, are at home to the Grimsby Lightning in the Summer Cup. There is one other thing that's going to be happening in the rink during July, and for that we'll hand over to Mikey.
It's the Wild West Fun Day. It's an event that the rink are going to be running for Thursday the 27th of July, and it's going to run during the Mega Skate at 10 till 6. During that Fun Day, they're going to run a Hockey Excellence Tester. They should run 2 sessions, and basically it's just getting some kids from the Mega Skate, getting them a stick, a puck, some helmets, and there's going to be a couple of coaches on there just taking them through whatever they want to learn, so how to stick handle, how to shoot, how to pass. It would have been me, but unfortunately I'm away, so I can't coach that.
Well, we also have a couple of other things to remind you of course. We have on the Widnes World home website, www.widnesworld.co.uk. Don't forget to check out the Own and Loan shirts, the season ticket and Wild Ones membership, and of course there's a link to the podcast for this dear little show. We also have some Icebreakers news coming.
The Icebreakers news for the next meeting, which is in August, and all the Icebreakers meetings happen on the first Wednesday of the month. Bit different this time. We're going to have start at 9:30, and what's going to happen is anyone who comes along from a company to the Icebreakers meeting can bring their children along for a free skate after the meeting. It's quite a nice thing to do, really. So it helps him with the summer holidays, so Mum or Dad can look really good in the children's eyes by taking them across for a nice skate on their day off.
So you can check out all details on www.widnesworld.co.uk, and you can contact our very own Mikey Gilbert as well. And there's details, of course, on the website. Check out the links there. So
just to add on the networking business meeting, when the companies bring the families, you can get on the ice at 10 o'clock and then go for an hour. That's all free. We're going to give that to the families for free with all the companies that come.
There you go, an extra bonus reason to go along to that event. Well, let's see. Let's get back to the grilling of young Mikey. We've got about 20 minutes to go. And Mikey, there's bound to be a player that you've seen played alongside who's had some funny rituals. You don't have to give the player away, but are there any particular funny rituals you've ever seen with players?
Rituals?
How they put their skates on, or...
I've not really noticed that many funny rituals that I can think of at the moment. However, when I get changed, I always put my left pair on and then my right pair. So if I'm doing my skates, it's always left and right. Shin pads left and right. Elbow pads left, right.
And if you do it wrong, you've got to take them off and start again.
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, there you go. It's not unheard of. It's definitely not unheard of. Now, you asked me in a text before the show came on air about our question about Hollywood films, of course, and it seems to be getting quite like this one. So, Hollywood are making your life story. Who are you going to cast?
No one. The star, I think, will be myself, because I don't think anyone would play me.
Oh, you are so vain. Who would be your leading lady? Go on, say your mum. Say your mum.
No, not my mum.
Oh, she'll kill you.
I think it may be Angelina Jolie.
Oh, so Angelina Jolie's getting some votes now. Oh, this is important. So,
which is quite athletic, isn't she, really? Just to keep up with him.
Oh, yes. So, I mean, last season, Altrincham Aces, your previous team, started getting a more increased following. I mean, they were doing really, really well. I mean, they've come on leaps and bounds from the days of Manchester Minotaurs, hadn't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we started off quiet with the Minotaurs, and then the Aces, they started getting some fans in. I think we started playing really good hockey. Then we started getting some fans in that come to watch the game for the first time, and then they decided to come again and again. And we started getting into the community, like how we're doing here at Widnes, trying to get more fans in, get some sponsors, and then they just got hooked on it and carried on.
I mean, do you,
as a player, how important is it to have fans?
As a player, I think it's really important to have fans, because if you get 2 goals against you when you're up 1-0, so then you're losing 2-1, but your fans are still behind you and getting behind you, pumping, chanting your names, and then it really builds you up. You don't lose confidence, and you just carry on and try and score the goals, get ahead again.
From a visiting supporter's point of view, I think the RTL Widnes Wild travel well to Altrincham, and I think that has sort of helped other teams buoy up their fan bases. I mean, particularly seeing the increase at Altrincham and the increases at Blackburn as well.
Yeah, those teams seem to increase with the fans, and it's the home fans will see Widnes bringing quite a few fans to their away games, and then they'll think, we need some more fans. They'll ask their friends, ask their family, just get the word out that the games are on, and then try and get some more fans down.
I mean, now that you're going to be at Widnes every week, you know the kind of fan base that you get there. I mean, once upon a time they were to coin a phrase, the enemy. Now they're not.
Yeah.
They're your fans. I mean, it's going to be a bit of a culture shock in a different way for you.
Yeah, it will. Rather than them shouting abuse at me from the stands,
we never do that.
They'll be behind me and starting chanting for me. So,
well, it's a very different feel. I know we've said it with the rec teams, the women's teams, and of course with the Wild, how different it is when you go into each rink. I mean, are there any particular rinks that you enjoy playing on?
In regards to the ice, Nottingham, I do like their ice. I really like the way that it's been maintained and how it's been kept up. So that Nottingham's rink I like, but Widnes's ice pad is getting better as we speak. It's looking in good nick for the season coming up.
Well, that's good news. I mean, we have had a few issues, but most rinks have issues with ice anywhere in the country.
All the rinks that have issues with their ice, but it's just getting back on top of it.
Yeah, well, we have a caring set of staff, which is nice to see at Silver Blaze Widnes. They do look after you. We always have a smile on their faces.
Yeah, we do, and we just want to do the best for the visitors.
So what do you do in the off season?
Me in the off season, obviously go out. Like, I don't have to keep fit for the season. Go on holiday, and then sports wise, I like to play a bit of golf. Keep me entertained. Which is good.
Well, that's good for the old slap shots, I hope.
Yeah, it helps a little bit, but you don't want to be swinging for a slap shot all the way around to the back of your head.
Oh, I don't know. I've seen some people with a backswing that could take your head off. Just a slap shot from time to time. You know, well, I ask a lot of players, and actually, I like to know this one. Have you ever been in goal at any point, be it in training, and actually faced some of the shots?
I have, yes. I've been in goal a few times in training, and actually last year, not the season just gone, the season before, we didn't have a backup goalie in one of our games against Sheffield, and Aaron Fox got kicked out, and there was about a minute 15 left. I got changed dead quick into the goalie gear, went in net, I faced one shot and actually saved it, so Aaron was actually pretty annoyed that season because I got 100% save average in the team.
A rookie goalie with a shutout. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, listeners, friends, is it bruises a goalie's ego, does it not?
Yes, it did bruise his ego a bit, but he's a nice lad. He carried on.
I was going to say, you're not mentioning this tale to Greg Ruxton by any chance?
No.
Greg, if you're listening, he got a shutout.
So did Tom at Sheffield, that.
Yeah. Mind you, he's had a couple as well as our Greg. Yeah, bless him. But you understand the mentality of goalies there.
Yeah. They're a different breed, goalies. I don't see why you'd want to go in net and take shots from angry players at about, in our league, about at max about 60 miles an hour. And then,
really? I'm sure Joe Greaves sounded like bullets going off.
Actually, Joe can.
He's got a shot now.
A few of the players in our league can hit the puck.
Would be good this year to have a speak on.
Yes.
Because there's rumoured that Elvis's shots who was just signed for the Widnes Wild, clocked over 100 mile an hour.
Oh, that's close to the record in the AHL, isn't it?
You better get the nets checked before we start the season, then make sure there's no holes.
It would be interesting to find out what each player shot, like the actual speed, because I didn't think at our level it might be that fast, but I think a few players got quite a good shot, quite a fast shot.
Well, on that, we're going to take a little breather now for one more song before the final few minutes. Mikey, what have we got?
Yeah, my mum chose this. It's Killers, Human.
Of course, this is Time to Go Wild Radio here on Halton Community Radio 92.3 FM.
One of the other things that were happening at the weekend was a group of players and some of the staff from the Silver Blades rink in Widnes went for a climb up Snowdon, and Mikey was actually on that trip.
Yeah, I was. Out the players, it was myself, Lee Kemp and Tom Jackson, and then you had Martina, the physio, John Anderson, and then a couple of others. It was really fun. We got there, I think we arrived in the car park at 6:30, and then we started climbing up the pig track at 7, and then myself and Richard Charles actually got to the top in an hour and 23 minutes.
That's good.
And then we had another group. It was Lee Kemp, TJ, and one of the fans. They got up about an hour after that, and then
it was Carl Noon was there.
Yeah, it was Carl. It was Carl with them too.
There you go.
And then John Anderson and the others caught up after that, about an hour after that again. So
that was a good, a little bit of extra pre-season fitness for you all as well.
Yeah, it was very tiring. I think I slept like a baby last night. And then obviously my legs and everything have been killing today, and I'm sure everyone else's is. I know Kemp was whining a lot about his legs and his feet. He didn't stop whinging about them.
Have you any idea how much was raised?
I don't, but me personally, I think I raised £175, and then I know a few others did fill out some sponsor forms, but I don't know how much in total yet. We're going to get it through, I think Georgia, one of the employees are going to take all the money, gather it up, count it, and then put it in the Just Giving fund.
So
that's going in for the Sepsis Trust, isn't it?
Yes. Apparently there's a Just Giving page for Laura as part of it.
Yeah, there is.
Do you know any details of that?
I don't, I'm afraid. I'm not sure. I think there might be a bit on the Facebook page.
We will try and find out some details for online, but of course, if people are interested in giving extra donations, I suppose somebody at the rink would be able to oblige if they contacted you as well.
Yeah, they can contact me or ring the rink up, anything.
Yeah, so of course Sepsis Trust are involved with the RTL Widnes Wild this year as a sponsor, because and they're also our chosen charity.
And they are sponsoring the penalty box.
Yes. Is it the home or the away one they're sponsoring?
I'm not sure.
I know it's one of them.
So yes, we have a fair few sponsors coming up this year for the RTL Widnes Wild. We can actually find out the details for you in a give them a quick shout out. In the meantime, another silly music tastes and holiday locations. Where do you like to go on holiday and unwind?
Well, my music taste, which is why I got my mum to choose all the songs, is like house and sort of techno music. And then my holiday location, my favourite one, as you can probably gather by the song choice, by the music taste, is Ibiza. I've been there twice already, and I actually go there on Friday for 2 weeks.
So going to escape the rain that's just decided to descend on Britain and go and get some sun?
I am, and then apparently there's a heatwave in August, so I'll be back in time for that.
Out here in Britain?
Yeah.
Oh, you work in the ideal place to go and cool off.
Yeah.
It was definitely cool on Saturday.
Yeah, we had
it was amazing.
We had the temperature quite low.
Yeah, it was getting colder. Inspirational players in the game.
Inspirational players, I'll go from when I first started ice hockey, and that's when I started watching the Phoenix play out of Manchester, and the two players really that caught my eye were Joe Tolari and Brett Cloutier.
Yes, I know both of them.
I loved Joe Tolari because some of the goals he scored, he played some great hockey and he scored some amazing goals, and then Brett Cloutier, he always made sure that the games were exciting, fun to watch for the fans, and got involved in, which is why actually my favourite number is 16. So I always have 16, because Brett Cloutier was my 16.
Yeah, it's funny that how players have specific numbers that you like. Is that just been your number for many years, or you had a favourite before that?
No, it's always been 16 my favourite. I have played in 11 and 18 before, but I prefer 16.
So, NHL tastes? Do you keep up with the National Hockey League in North America at all?
I do. I support the Bruins. The big bad Bruins.
So at least you're in the right colours this year in Wild.
Yeah, black and gold.
Ah, yes. Bruins colours for the Wild. We're not quite as physical as the Bruins, though, are we?
No. The Bruins aren't as physical as they used to be anyway, but I loved the hockey that they used to play. It was really exciting to watch, and then it actually got other NHL teams scared of them, which is why I think they were so successful back then.
Well, yes, actually. Who is that big guy? He's about 6'6".
Chara.
Oh yeah, Zdeno Chara.
He's actually 6'9".
Oh crumbs.
7 foot on skates.
Well, so there you have it. Some guys can be that big, and some guys are only little. Well, that's all you, Mikey, about what?
I'm only 5'11".
Well, so you can be any size and still play hockey, because you don't necessarily have to be big and built like a brick wall to play good ice hockey.
At least I won't be the smallest on the team.
Well, we're almost out of time for another week. It's been a good one, hasn't it, Doug?
Yeah, it has. It's very interesting.
I'd like to thank Mikey for coming on.
Thank you.
So, Doug and I will be back next Monday with more Time to Go Wild, more signing news.
Yeah, and it's good night for me.
But it's almost good night from myself. But of course, I will be back with you all tomorrow night from 10 with Cole's Box of Delights. If you like anything from rock to country or pop to preposterous, tune in 10 o'clock tomorrow night. And actually, I think Doug's in for a bit of a treat, because it's actually his playlist. So you won't have to put up with my nutty choices. And then, of course, we'll both be back next week with more Time to Go Wild Radio. So stay safe, keep warm, and don't forget the Factor 50. I'm Cole. This is Time to Go Wild Radio on Hot Commuter Radio. Till next week, ta-ra.